Hi Leo, this is your forecast for the month of February 2018. This is a general reading for Leo Sun, Leo Rising, or Leo Moon. For a more rounded overview, please watch your rising and moon sign as well. You can join me on Facebook and Instagram for daily insights on tarot and astrology, as well as my pay-per-view channel, vimeo.com/The Alchemist Astrologer, where you can find on-demand pages for love, finance, and other readings. Your weekly readings will always be free here on YouTube, but if you'd like to support me on Patreon, I'm now at patreon.com/The Alchemist Astrologer, and all of this information is down below in the description box. Now, the third week, you have this desire to work on something that is important for you. If this was creative, maybe this is a working partnership, a creative collaboration, and your skills could be important, whether you are a good worker, whether you are putting in that effort, that diligence. So skill could be very in focus, your education, your talent, your craftsmanship. So you may be involved in educational situations where you're trying to train to improve yourself. It could be an apprenticeship, an internship, maybe you're enrolled in some form of study, maybe you're training, maybe you're teaching, maybe you're learning. Anything that would improve you and your skill level that would enable you to do a good job. And offering services or assistance to others is important this week. Some of you, this is a new field of work you're entering into. You're changing your occupation, you're getting a new job, or you're training for that job. Maybe you're starting your own business, but something that prepares you for the future. Again, it could be you're teaching a skill or mentoring somebody. In other cases, there's a focus on money, the material world, learning to manage money, being very prudent, trying to get some material security, getting income from your talents or your skills, achieving some kind of goal, and being very cautious about your investments, looking at your budget, trying to save, paying off your bills, trying to move up the corporate ladder. And so this is a week where you're facing a lot of activity, changes taking place, challenges to deal with, obstacles, goals, objectives, and you feel very motivated. This is something that you're into. You're willing to work hard because you want to succeed. So you could be working on a lot of different ways to make some money. Maybe you turn a hobby into a business, or you start a side business, or you start a partnership with somebody, or you make some important decisions concerning money or an investment or your own business. Some of you are just trying to save up some money. And once again, you're getting some notice. You could get a promotion, or you start an interview, or you move up to a higher paying position. Or if this is, some kind of health issue and an important decision you had to make about healing, perhaps the Queen of Cups is a nurse or a doctor or a therapist. You are investing in your health. You're taking the steps that you need to improve that. You're working on it. For some of you, this is about working toward your freedom or having more freedom in your work, freedom to be creative, freedom to express yourself, to explore perhaps different techniques, different genres, new media. And you feel very exhilarated about that. Your creativity, your inspiration is breaking loose, and you feel like you can do anything. For others of you, maybe this is about travel. You want to get out there into the world. You want to break out of your routine. And so you find yourself, you feel like you've been in a rut doing the same things over and over and over. Now, for some of you, there's an issue of craftsmanship. Maybe you work on something where you have to focus on the details. Maybe you build things, or you work with, some kind of design element or jewelry or craftsmanship where you have to be very focused on getting things just so. Or maybe you're in a job where, it could be something where it feels very much assembly line, where it's the same thing again and again and again. For others of you, this is about, in the negative, cutting some corners. Somebody is acting like they know a whole lot and they don't know what they think they do. They're taking the easy way out, or maybe they're misusing their skills. Something may be produced of poor quality. There's a lack of commitment to putting in effort. Maybe some of you are unemployed, or there's a loss of work, or you're working on something that produces short-term income. It's not something that's steady. Maybe you're paid by the project. Some of you, you're having to make some changes and work on some things because you didn't finish your education, perhaps. Maybe you're working to get more training, more education, a degree of some sort, or a certificate. For others of you, you're having to rethink your budget because there's been some wastefulness, some poor decisions, and you could very well be facing a threat to your savings account. It could be something that comes up, some kind of emergency, some kind of decision that depletes your account. You are looking at where you're working, and there's an instability there where you don't feel comfortable. Or if this is about healing, there's some kind of medical issue where something is very serious and you're having to pay out for, wherever the insurance doesn't cover, or maybe you don't have insurance, or maybe you're having to pay for some kind of long-term care, or something is more serious than you thought. For others of you, you're in a rut because you can't let go of some things that have happened that you didn't like. You feel like you got cheated in some way, or ripped off, or somebody did something to you, and you can't let go of that. That's all you can see. You're going over that again and again and again, and it may be time to let go of a situation and move on. Somebody may feel a sense of entitlement, and they may be, in fact, ripping off the system in some way. Or somebody's only concerned with their own self-gratification or self-indulgence, and they're spending a lot of money on that and indulging themselves. Or you're so comfortable with what you've been doing in your partnerships, in your work. You're having to make a decision about whether to get out of your comfort zone.